Australian Herpetoculture podcast. Mate, I stuffed up. We've had a couple of weeks off and I stuffed up. How good's that?
Well, that's what happens when we take a break like that.
I know.
The hoopta.
Maybe we should change the name.
Maybe. How you been, mate?
Good, mate, good. How have you been?
Not too bad. Very, very tired because new baby in the house. It's
Yep.
shell shock, to say the least.
Shock to the system.
But, oh, yeah. Yep. I'm sleeping at weird hours of the day. I'm up at weird hours of the night. I'm all over the place. So, yeah.
Coffee's your best friend?
Coffee is my best friend. Actually, these are the first beers that I've had in probably a couple of weeks now. Thereabouts, yeah. I'm going to sleep well after this. I won't even hear the baby crying.
Yeah. Don't even wake up. You're like, snoring.
Oh, man. Yeah, shell shock's a great way to put it because it just kills you, hey? Like, you kind of think you're prepared and you throw that preparedness right out the window and you go, no, you weren't. So,
yep. It's good, though. You're getting a routine and it'll be all good, so...
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm taking, little wins as we go, like simple things like he's, slept a few hours in his bassinet by himself and he doesn't need a cuddle or anything like that. It's, yeah. Stuff like that. It's like, oh, yeah, cool. Didn't have to do that. It's, yeah. Last night was a hard one on us. So I ended up sleeping on the couch at probably 6 a.m. this morning or something for a couple of hours just to try to catch a couple of extra hours. But,
yep.
Yeah. Day by day, mate.
You'll get there, mate. You still managed to spend a bit of time in the hurt room there and do a few things as well, which is good.
Yeah, I'm forcing myself to. I think I need to for my sanity more than anything. It's, I mean, obviously this has been my passion for a long time, and although little Finnan's come into the world now, it's like, obviously he's my main focus, but I also need to keep my focus as well. Otherwise I don't want to lose kind of what I'm doing.
You can probably see why I move most of my stuff on.
Yeah. I can understand, hey, because I'm like, no, I'll be right, and looking after the animals right now, it's not an issue. And by the time they fire up in summer and stuff, I think by the time we get there, it'll be a bit more routine and stuff with the baby. So we should be okay. I keep saying it, Dan. I'm like, I'm lucky we had a winter baby. That's helped us out immensely. Just going, the reptiles can wait another couple of days or whatever it needs to be to kind of get into that habit. But yeah, I would be up shit creek without a paddle, I reckon, if it was summer.
Yep. It'd be full on.
Yeah. But no, man, I've been enjoying being home. I've still got 2 weeks off work, which is awesome. To hang out with my wife and Finn and just do a few things around in the reptile room and stuff while we go. But yeah. How's things been for yourself? Uh-oh. I reckon you've dropped out now.
I can hear you. You sound like a robot, but I can hear
you. You got possums on your roof again or something?
Must do. No storms coming over.
Clear night. Yeah, how you been anyway, mate?
Yeah, good. I've been actually doing some night shifts and all that kind of stuff, so I've probably good that we had the little break. But, I've been good. Tinkering away. Got some new enclosures. Yeah. To get sorted.
That's exciting.
So, get some builds underway. Yeah, they came up a treat, absolute treat. So, I'm pretty keen to get these all sorted up and get the leaf tails into them and chameleon geckos into them. And
what dimensions are they?
Slowly. 900 high by 600 by 600.
That's such a good size. I love that size.
Yeah, I like taller closures than I do the same height and width, if that makes sense. I don't know, I always have something about it. But they're a good size. It'll be it'll fit perfectly on a 2.4 metre shelf, one above the other, so I'll have 8 all up eventually, pretty soon. So should become up a treat. I'm just keen to get stuck into them, get them finished, get all the geckos sorted kind of relatively quickly. Try and get them in there so I'm not interrupting them during the breeding season. Hopefully get some eggs out.
Is this what your plan is this weekend? Is to try to start busting out a few backgrounds, you reckon?
Hopefully, yeah. I wouldn't mind trying to get the foam in, carve some stuff out and get some grout onto them and go from there. If I can get some grout on, I'll be stoked. Then I've just got to give it a lick of paint and let it air out, do all that stuff and all the fun stuff. Get the plants in there, let it grow in for a couple of days. Although these guys don't trash plants too bad, so...
little geckos, you should be okay.
Yeah.
Almost instantly.
Yeah.
Be a bit different if it's a bit bigger, like your boys or something.
Yeah, they'll trash them, but yeah. But, yeah, no, it'll be good. I've got some moss that I've got sorted. I've got some fern seeds in it, so hopefully I can sprout some ferns out of the moss, germinate the ferns in the moss coming out of the background, so...
That'll be wicked.
Yeah. Got some plans underway. I've got some nice little drainage points in the back. Make up a little drain system in the back.
Oh, so you can like tap and plumb them sort of thing, so you can flood them almost if you need to, and
yeah,
perfect.
like Tyson set up, so he kind of pointed me in that direction. So,
yep.
But yeah,
we could
get a nice little water tank in the corner for the Mist King. So I'm not draining that little 20-litre tank pretty quick. So I plan on running them a bit more regularly, but a bit less, like less time frame, just to keep up the humidity and the water for the ferns and moss and stuff.
You should look at getting yourself one of those little maize water tanks from Bunnings. They're like a 100-litre water tank, but they're very...
That's exactly what I'm getting.
Yeah, wicked.
Exactly it. Bunnings don't have any in stock because I would have already got it. I went there to get the rack and they didn't have any in stock, but I found it online for like $90 or something.
Yeah.
Little green maize one with a stand on it. Yeah, because that's what Tyson had. And he's got his Mist King screwed to the bottom. I'm like, perfect. That's exactly what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to do that little drip system I've thought about for the cracks and crevices, just to keep them extra like moist.
Yeah, wicked. Oh, they're good little tanks, those things, especially if you're going to be running a little bit more water. That's what I use outside to mix up my salt water for my reef tank.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're good size too.
Yeah. Yeah, fair bit of litres in there. At least you won't have to be checking that very frequently.
Yeah, and I'm lucky because I can just bring the hose in from outside and just top her up, dechlorinate it, and I'm good to go.
Yep.
So the rack will be on wheels, so I can just... It'll be right... Because you know how you've always got that annoying spot in the corner of a room that you can't use if you've got 600 by 600s in the corner? So it's going to sit in there. My Mist Kings will sit in there. Anything else will sit in there. And then the racks will be on wheels, so I can just pull the corner out, get in there, do what I need to do.
Yep. Oh, that'll be good.
Fill her up. Yeah, just trying to use... Because obviously my room's so small, trying to utilise all the space I've got.
Is there any way to make it like somewhat accessible? Like if you could like... I don't even know how you would. Like put like a float valve or something inside of the tank and then hook it up to some water?
Yeah,
just so then you don't have to wheel that around?
Yeah, I could, but at the same time, it's a bit of maintenance, you know.
Yeah.
Gives me something to do. Check all everything else while I'm there.
That's true.
I could realistically, on the other side of the wall, just cut a little access flap in there, so I don't have to go to that extreme, but, you know.
I mean, that could be handy too, even if you just gave yourself like a 300x300 access flap or something like that you could get, 2 arms in.
Yeah.
If you need to kind of jimmy anything around.
Dechlorinator in there and I'm good to go.
Yeah. So. I mean, I haven't accessed that 600x600 space in this monitor corner since you were mucking around with the PowerPoint in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't want to go back into that space as much as I can.
Nah, I need to chuck more PowerPoints into. Like, I'm going to actually run another sub-circuit down here, put a little DB on the wall. And then, because the other side we want to turn into like we're going to do some stuff on the deck and some extensions and that, and then bring the door down here and have it like a indoor-outdoor area. You open the bifold and we've got people over kind of thing. So I want to run a little sub-circuit down here and put a bit more power down here, put a fridge down here and stuff.
Yeah, we could. Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah,
you don't have carpet either. That's concrete or something down there, isn't it?
It's carpet, yeah. It's got carpet. It's concrete slab, but it's got carpet on it. It's just crappy carpet. But it's good because it kind of keeps the heat, like, keeps it a little bit warmer. Like, you don't get that cold slab.
Yeah. It's okay for rolling those racks on, you reckon, though? Like, just...
Yeah, it's not carpet. Like a thick carpet. It's like a real thin... Almost like, carpet tiles.
Yeah, yep.
It's almost like that, like real thin, thin, dense. So yeah, it'll roll pretty good on it.
Yeah, wicked.
But yeah,
that's exciting. Exciting times.
Yeah, I want to try and have a crack at just do all 4 enclosures in one go with all the foam and cutting and everything else. And that way I can just knock it out a bit quicker and get stuff in there.
And are you just doing back wall backgrounds, or are you thinking of doing 3 sides?
I'm doing the 3 sides, the whole lot, because that's just extra space for the geckos to climb on. Obviously, these guys can't climb smooth surfaces, so give them extra space. Yeah. Upright branches, this and that, everywhere else. So,
well, it almost turns it into like a 1.8 metre wall for them to climb around on if you stretch it out. So
yeah, plus there'll be branches in there as well that they can use, so it gives them all that extra space.
Yeah, that's wicked.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you come up with that.
Yeah, I'm just going to start chipping away at night times. So everyone goes to bed pretty early. I can set some stuff up, do some carving. Obviously won't do it in this room, but I'll do it next door in the shed, so, or on the deck even. But then the kids will probably get into it the next day.
Yeah, it'll be coloured with crayons or something.
Yeah, textures or something like that. Stickers all over the enclosures. Stamps
and not ones you want.
No, exactly.
Yeah. But, that's wicked, man. I'm stoked that you finally hit that kind of milestone where you can start tinkering around, and good things to come from here, I reckon.
Been a bit in the making, but it'll be keen once it's done. New PVC.
I mean, from the limited things that you've sent through to me that I've seen, they look awesome. Like, well worth the wait.
No, they came up solid. Nice and solid, too.
Yeah. Looks like thick PVC on them.
Yeah, it is. Real thick. It's like, yes. I can't remember how thick it is, but it's good now. They're really nice. Nice big open vent in the top. So, I'm going to chuck some computer fans in them as well.
Yeah, wicked.
Just to keep that airflow constant.
Yeah. Have you seen those little tiny ones? I don't know. I haven't actually had them in hand myself, but there's like little ones that get around. They're like little, maybe 30 or 40 mil, tiny little micro fans. Yeah. Those things I reckon would be pretty cool if you had like 2, like one pushing, one pulling or something on top.
Yeah, that way I'll probably do something like that. Just to get that airflow in there. Always thinking of different things to do.
Oh, it's crazy. Hey, like I was going for a nap like the old man I am with a 2-week-old baby the other day, and like I was trying to go to sleep at, I don't know what it was, like 3 in the arvo or something, and it was just like my brain's just ticking, going like, hey, I could improve this way, I could do this, or change this animal into this enclosure to better it, or whatever it might be. And I'm like writing down like to-do notes and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be switching off, but it just doesn't stop in my head.
No, I just want to get to a point where like kind of got everything settled and don't have to worry about doing too much stuff, and if you set it up right, it's a little bit less maintenance, and that kind of thing, and plants take off better and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully the animals are happier.
That's all you can do, mate. Just keep trying. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. I need to start hooking into my green tree python enclosures. I'm sick of looking at them. They're sitting there. I think that's in the next few days. I'm gonna start on that, because I've got Corey's bioactive kits from Fish Organics sitting there, nice. So ready to rock and roll. I might add and tweak a few things to them and stuff, but yeah. I'm sick of seeing these little greens in these tubs, and they're starting to grow like weeds. Hey.
Have they started to change it? Colour change?
No, thankfully. I'm kind of not pushing them to that, because I want to...
You want it to...
I want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't want to open a tub one day and have a green snake. Yeah, so... Yeah, I'll get that done within the next week, I reckon. But this week I was really focused on, obviously looking after my kid, but also finishing off these 2 bigger enclosures behind me.
Yeah.
So making some more little PVC pipe holders for gum branches, and... Billy's enclosure, the frill neck, his one was taking me way longer, because I was showing you that I mucked around with the branches that I got.
Yeah.
So, what did you do again? Experiment. It was a massive experiment. So basically, I got these branches that had like really nice bark that was, really easy for him to grip onto, but the bark was kind of loose, and I wanted to make it somewhat permanent and obviously non-toxic, so I went with a route of using PVA glue. I think I painted 3 or 4 coats on top of the bark, and kind of like thin coats. I was like, trees are wood, so PVA wood glue, maybe that'll kind of firm it up, and it did. really, really well, but it was quite glossy. So I did go over with acrylic paints over the top of it, which I was going to anyway just because of the tree colour in the actual enclosures. They're kind of like greys and blacks and kind of like slightly yellow hues and things to them. And these branches that I got were like, you know, browns and reds and kind of more stuff you see around here in our local scrub. So, yeah, it took me a while to kind of get it there, but I reckon it's come up a treat, actually. I'm pretty impressed with myself on that one. But it would be interesting to see how long it lasts, or, you know, is it going to flake off in a half a year's time and I have to do it again, or is it going to last, you know, multiple years? But I reckon it's pretty...
So what happens.
Worst case, I build something else.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's only a branch.
That's right.
Yeah. So, but no, because he quite often he would sit on, like, you know, rough branches, and over time they'd wear down on him. Yeah.
Same with birds. Birds do the same thing. They smoothen the branches out, take all the bark off, and...
Well, they also chew on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas, I mean, thankfully, he doesn't do that, but going up and down branches all day, he does wear them out, so... Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how he goes.
That'd be good to see. Yeah, it'd be good to see how it goes.
But, yeah, at the moment... my biggest thing, which just today, which such a simple thing that I did, but it made all the difference, was making those light shields for the Exoterra rack.
Oh, so you can't get the glare out.
Can't get the glare from it. It looks so much better. Like a simple piece of $11 core flute from Bunnings. It just pulled down into strips.
Finishes it off.
Yeah. I was like, I should have done that so much earlier. But I was still going to zip tie it into place and, you know, do it kind of like under the rack, like I had in the past. And then I don't know what I was doing. And I was like, I think I've got like some spare, like rare earth magnets somewhere, those little tiny, real strong magnets. Yeah. And I ended up finding, I don't know, about 20 of them or so, and cutting these bits of core flute to kind of like the perfect size and just magnetising it to the side of the rack. So if I do need to access cables and all that sort of stuff, it's an easy fix. You don't wreck the core flute.
Just pops out.
It just pops out. I don't have to worry about it. That's,
Yeah, it looks nice.
I mean, worst case, you go and buy... Yeah. I mean, worst case, you know, $11 worth of core flute, it's not...
Yeah, and what, the sheets, what are they, like 1.2 by 600 or something? Or are they the big sheets?
No, that was a big sheet that I got.
Yeah.
I also use them for, you know, if I'm painting anything outside or whatever like that, I'll chuck it down over my tiles and that, so I'm not splattering tile pointing and stuff everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just use the offcuts for that, or... I was actually thinking about using some of the offcuts to seal in the green tree python exoterras a little bit, just to try to hold a bit more humidity inside of the boxes, and just kind of make some cuttings for lights and stuff like that, so they can go through the core flute itself. But no, turned out real well. Like, so simple, but it's crazy what that.
Good too.
Yeah, a little bit of finishing stuff now. That's good.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting on my enclosure species labels from Reptiworks, though.
Oh,
so I've got an order from those. Yeah, I think I ordered 6 or 7 to start. So I ordered them for all the big enclosures in here.
Yeah.
And just not the Exoterras yet. So
yeah,
I thought I'll start there and then work my way over to...
I've got a bunch of Strophuris ones from Viridis back in the day when I had my Strophuris.
Oh, we could...
But I want to do something. I want to do the same. But
it's just little things that just... It's like a pop of detail, you know? Like it's...
Yeah. Do they have the barcode so you can scan it and it brings up the info on those ones?
Don't think so. I think it's just got like a basic kind of blurb on the species and that. So
yeah,
he was changing over supply or changing over a material or something on it though. So I think originally he was getting them done on black and getting it like CNC'd or laser etched or whatever on the acrylic, and it would come out like all the information that was in like a grey.
Yeah.
But now I think he's doing like a double coated piece of acrylic or something that has like white acrylic behind it, so then it kind of pops out that bright white.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's got a self-adhesive back on it as well that you can pop it straight onto your enclosure or whatever. But yeah,
pretty cool.
Can't wait to get those in my hand.
Yeah. Can you customise those ones? Or are they just like species generic?
Oh, you can customise, like if you want to do names and genders and all that sort of stuff. I've just left them kind of basic, just because, things will chop and change knowing me, so,
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that look, those little species plates. Yeah, like I said, I had them when I had almost Stropurus, but I've always wanted to do it with everything, but once everything's finished kind of thing, so.
Well, that's kind of where I'm at, right? Like, it's starting to finalise a few things for this room.
Yeah.
In particular, so, yeah. I don't know if I'd bother with that sort of stuff in any of the other rooms.
Nah.
But this is kind of like
your room.
I'll call it my masterpiece, but it's like my little man den. You know, I want it to kind of be that nerdy reptile room, and
we already are. But anyway,
make it more nerdy. But
yeah. That's fun. You got any books come, mate, or anything? Nah.
No books. You?
Quite a few. Heaps.
Stupid question, stupid answer.
Heaps, like absolutely heaps. I got a bunch of what are they called? I got 2 coggers, that I didn't have. What else did I get? I'm looking at about. There's a pile. I obviously got Field Guide to Reptiles of Queensland by Steve Wilson. Got 2 of those bad boys.
I want that one.
I got... What else did I get? What are they called? Herpetofauna magazines. I got a bunch of those Herpetofauna magazines. I think they're Herpetofauna.
Oh, nice.
The name.
As Jason leaves to consult the bookshelf.
It's a bunch of little Herpetofauna magazines. Just a bunch of like older books that I don't have, like real old ones, just little ones. But yeah, I got like a big package the other day.
Did you get any on that sale?
No, I looked. On CSIRO, I looked on that, but everything was for sale. I already had.
Yeah.
What else did I get? Oh, and I also got that Herp Society book as well.
Did you end up getting the one from Rick Shine as well? Or about Rick Shine?
Yes, I've ordered it. I think I'm going to go to the meeting, so I'll probably pick it up from down there, I'd say.
Yeah, we can.
I got that one. And I ordered Scott's new one too. The Chimera.
Oh, sick. Yep.
So,
yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been lots of books coming out this year.
Yeah, heaps. Heaps of them. So, I may have, splurged.
I will. Worst thing to spend your money on, mate.
Yeah, exactly. But actually, I grabbed you one of the Rick Shine books.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, thank you, mate.
A new father gift, mate.
Oh, stoked. I've been eyeing that off, going, if I had the money.
Yeah, no, I got you one.
Oh, thanks, dude.
So,
I really appreciate that.
So,
that's I'm stoked.
Becoming a new dad, so.
Yeah, I'll never have time to read it now.
No.
I tell you what, though, having this time off, like Finn and Dan were asleep on the couch earlier and I was just like still awake, kind of coming off doing a few chores and stuff around the place, and I sat down in here and I was like, what do I do now? And I was like, I'm going to just put my feet up on the desk, I'm going to crack out a book. So I was reading on termites. So
yeah,
not reptiles, but I'm building termite mounds, so I was like, I'll crack out the termite book that I got in the territory and have a bit of a gaze. Yeah, but I was just like, then it led me to some goanna books that I haven't opened yet, really, and before I know it, it was 3 hours had gone essentially. So,
that's all right. I got heaps of books I need to open. But that's good. It's good. It's good to sit back and read a good book, though.
I need to do it more often.
I like what NPR are doing. The book podcast, where they review the book. It gives you a reason to read the book.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what made me go and get Boris Stolen World off you.
Yeah.
And then
have you read that yet?
I've gone through like the first couple of chapters or something, but I haven't gotten much further than that, unfortunately. But just not enough.
Yeah, because they did that one. It sucks. I don't get to listen to many podcasts anymore, eh? with work. It's so busy.
I haven't listened to any for a couple of weeks, which is really weirding me out.
So I've been listening to NPR still, though. It's pretty regularly. I've cut out a lot of the other ones I used to listen to. I've just been listening to the Reptile ones. So, and but obviously we had like 3 weeks off.
It felt weird.
Yeah, it did. I kick on. It was Tuesday night.
Yeah. It was very bizarre. And then when you were messaging me today, because we had a guest lined up for today that unfortunately was crook. So I was like, no, I still needed to do an episode. I need some more form of normality back. And to be honest, I was keen to have a frothy. So
yeah, same here. I've not gonna lie, I've had a frothy every night, but I'm actually not even having a frothy tonight. I'm having Captain Morgan's mango and pineapple spiced rum. Actually, it tastes like pineapple vodka cruises. That's what it tastes like.
Oh, you so need to pour that into like a little cocktail glass and have a little umbrella in the top of it.
Put an umbrella in it and I'll be on holidays.
Crack out the Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. But, no, we've had everyone seems to be getting sick lately.
Yeah.
Everyone's, the corona's going around again, the flu's going around, the bloody, like my daughter's sick at the moment, my wife's sick. Yeah. We were sick just before we went to the snow. Like,
that's good that you got away to the snow.
Yeah. Oh, mate, that was a trip from hell, I'll tell you that much.
Really, that good?
The second day was good, the first day, because we drove down. It's a huge drive from the coast.
Yeah.
I think it took us like 7 hours or something. We left at like 4:30 in the morning.
Yep.
And multiple stops on the way, but they didn't sleep good the night before. So when we got to the snow, it was just like my daughter didn't want to put her snowshoes on. She didn't want to put her gloves on. She didn't want to put anything on. So it was just tantrums left, right, and centre. And I look at my missus. I'm just carrying her the whole time. But and then we got back to the hotel, and my son didn't want to stay there. He wanted to go home. I looked at my missus. I'm like, if I had a good sleep last night, I'd be driving home right now. And she's like, oh, no, it's too big of a drive. I'm like, yeah, at least like they would have slept the whole way. Yeah. But then I was like, I bribed him. I'm like, mate, we've got to stay here. We're too far away from home. I'll buy you a big chocolate in the morning and you can take that up to the snowfield. He's like, okay. 7 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning, we wake up. Dad, yeah, mate, can we go buy that chocolate? He's not even 4 yet. I'm like, oh, damn, he remembered, because I was just going to hope he'd forget it, but he doesn't forget anything. Then, yeah, we just drove up the hill, and then we got to, like, this massive line of traffic up to Kosciuszko National Park. Absolutely beautiful national park, like, just covered in snow. It was so nice, because I haven't been to the snow since I was in year 6. And then we're just waiting, and we're waiting and waiting. I'm like, it's not even moving. I saw this little walking track, and I was like, there's all snow there. So I pulled in, there's a park there, like a parking where you park. Pulled in, and the first day went to like where all the toboggans are. Like, he had fun, but it was like, it's not what he wanted to do. My daughter didn't want to have, but then when we got out here, because it was fresh snow, we found all these animal tracks in the snow.
Yeah.
And he loved it. He goes, oh, there's Yetis. Let's go find Yetis. So we're just following all these animal tracks. We found a wombat burrow, like a huge wombat burrow. And there's a little hill there, so we're riding the toboggans down there, just on this little, like, walking trail. And then, yeah, we had an awesome time that morning. It was a perfect day. And then packed up at, like, 10 o'clock and then drove home. And then they pretty much slept for a couple of hours on the way home, so I just, like, gunned it as much as I could drive. But, yeah, it was good. It was good. It's just good to get away.
Yeah. When you can do it, why not? Like, it's... For me, getting away at the moment, it's like being able to muster up the courage to get to Brooklyn for a coffee.
Yeah.
But that's a half an hour drive or something like that, which is good. Good to get out of the house and see the sun. But no, that's awesome, because you were a few weeks, I think, you struggled to do that trip, hey? Because somebody would
canned it and
get
all that, this and that. Everyone got sick. They were sick just before we left too, and then that's probably the reason why they didn't sleep too good as well. But they kind of got over it on the way up. He had just a bit of a cough. But, we did rat tests and PCR tests, and it was all negative for everything. But I think it's just one of those daycare bugs. Okay. But, yeah, just that made me want to go herping, driving up that hill and just seeing, like, just being back in nature and just seeing how beautiful nature is. And like I said to my missus, I go, man, I need to go up to Cairns.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah. let's do it. She says, do you want to move up there? I'm like, oh, I don't know, we've been through this before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just need to go organise a herp trip up to Cairns now, so.
All you can do is start the organisation, right? It's no different to me turning around to Luke, you know, a year ago or whatever it was, going, hey, so I want to do this.
Yeah.
Just got to start the conversation with somebody in the area that's going to be able to hopefully help you out a bit.
Yeah, that's what I said to my missus. I go, well, she'll go, if you want to go up there, I said, we'll go up for a couple of nights, but I said I'd at least need 2 nights to go herping in different areas up there. And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Would that you be flying up if you're going for a short stay like that?
No, we'd go up for, like, we'd drive up, like, stop on the way at different places for a holiday, stay up there for a few nights, then drive back home.
Oh, I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't kind of try to phase it in so you could find a few leafies on the way to some of the, the more easily accessible places and that.
Yeah, that's right. So that'd be a pretty good plan. She'd understand that. So, yeah, we just got to... It's all about compromise when you're married with kids.
It's all about compromise when you're married.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference with kids. I can't imagine, but...
No, yeah. But, just made me real keen to get out, so...
Yeah, I know your thoughts. It's,
yeah.
I messaged Luke the other day, because obviously Luke's living back in Sydney at the moment. And he's like literally around the corner from me, so I was like, oh, I need to get out of the house. You keen to go for a walk or something like that? And he's like, yeah, I can tomorrow morning. And unfortunately, it just didn't tee up. And he's like, I can't do anything in the Arvo though because I'm flying back to Darwin.
Yeah.
Like, well, are you going back for a while, or what's the plan? He's like, no, I'm coming back. In a couple of weeks' time, whatever. I just need to get up there for a herp trip. I'm like, yep,
bugger.
Okay. Yep, it is what it is, but I'm like, okay, when you're back, you got to take me for a walk. I'm like, I need to just get out, get some fresh air.
Yeah, I need to do the same.
Hang out with another reptile mate,
Yeah.
He's been photographing heaps of bugs, actually.
Yeah, he's actually found a couple of other little things too, I've noticed as well. Heaps of people have been finding a couple of snakes and stuff here and there, so...
Yeah, the winter herping didn't seem to slow down amongst most of the herpos that are out there doing their thing.
Didn't seem as cold as it did the years previous this year.
Nah. I mean, the other day it was 23 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was outside
it felt like summer.
Shirt and shorts and sweating.
Yeah, same. I was laying in the trampoline trying to just lay in the sun while my son was playing in the backyard. I was doing stuff in here and going out there and So.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then today we're back down to, I don't know what it is where you are, but we were 15 here, I think.
Yeah, I was down to St Ives today. It was probably freezing there.
So. Yeah, we had the winter chill come through this afternoon. I tell you what, I just sprayed all these termite mounds, like with spray foam, making them.
Yeah.
And like all of a sudden the wind kicked up and I was waiting for the foam to just all start blowing across my yard. Yeah. I started mucking around with it because I want to make these nest boxes before summer or spring in general gets around, but I'm kind of doing a new rendition of my old termite mounds.
Yeah.
And
not your dick mounds.
Hey mate, I've still got just the tips in most of these boxes here, so
did you mean that pun then?
Yeah.
It's funny. That's a good one.
Yeah, so these ones I'm kind of doing as like almost flatter, more upright termite mounds that essentially are going to be a bit more of like a facade for a nest box, like an actual plastic container.
Yeah.
That I can kind of hide in the back of them and just kind of have a bit of a tunnel that goes to where the animals can actually access, the soil and stuff for them to burrow down. But also having that plastic container, reasonably sealed container is going to be good for like moisture retention and stuff like that. So a little bit less chance of the nest boxes drying out and that without looking at them too often.
Yeah.
So
no, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan on doing something similar with my rock background and nest boxes and.
You're going to try to do like some built-in stuff, or are you still going to use like your double pot?
So I'll do the double pot for the community geckos because they like on the ground, but with the leaf tails I'm going to do like a removable rock, like a piece of rock almost that sits in front that they can get in the whole way behind. So it's like a hide as well. So it's a fake piece of rock. They can get in behind it on both the background and the piece of rock, but down the bottom will be a nest box.
Yeah, wicked.
So hopefully they lay in there rather than just
wherever.
Anywhere. So it's just easier. I can just dig it, find the eggs, pull the eggs out.
Yeah, it's funny how I like experimenting with nest boxes quite a bit, and I was stoked that my Aberrans girl, she went to that nest box that I built into that enclosure so simply. Like, she was just like, yep, that's the spot.
Yeah, well, they used to use the ones, like when I used to use the pots, I used to stack up like 2 pots.
Yep.
Build up, I think I've spoken about a couple of times, build up all the dirt around, and I could just slide the pot out of the other pot without interfering with all the dirt. Cut a hole in the top, and they'd lay in that, and it'd be behind a sheet of cork bark. So similar principle, but just a little bit different.
Yeah, refining it.
Yeah, just so it doesn't look as eyesore.
Yeah.
And, they'd lay in that. But the only ones that didn't were my Maritzi. They'd always just lay in the dirt. But she'd lay in the same spot every time, so if I could see she'd laid eggs, I'd just dig in the same spot and find the eggs.
I got pretty lucky with the white Berber. I just had such deep substrate the whole way through that tank.
Yeah.
So they just, and because it didn't really have like a proper, I had a drainage layer, but it would still be quite moist down the bottom. They just kind of like dig down to wherever they kind of saw fit.
Yeah.
And lay there.
Yeah, with the white Berber Maritzi, I stopped like digging for eggs because they were just a bit harder to move on when I had mine. So I just let them, if they hatched in the enclosure, they hatched in the enclosure. If not, they didn't. It was cool to just to see babies in the enclosure.
Yeah. That's what I plan to do again with Gil and I.
Yeah.
I've done that once. I'd love to do it again.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, it's unreal. Unreal. My little male Gillens that I thought was going to drop off the perch seems to be perking back up a little bit, which is good. Seems to be.
It's the original one?
Yeah, he is the original one.
Yeah.
I found a I think I've had him for 6 years now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a while since I mean, he'd have to be at least 10, I reckon. 10 or 12, but yeah. He's a good little lizard. He still comes out and like sniffs around my hand and stuff like that and checks me out, which is, they're just so personable, hey. Like some of them, like most little, like, you know, Tristus and that couldn't care less about me whatsoever.
Yeah.
But Gil and I are so bold.
Just, yeah. They're pretty interesting little buggers, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, big personalities in little lizards.
Yeah.
Well, I find that with a lot of the geckos too. Like, Strophs are awesome for that.
Yeah.
Like, they're almost...
And the good thing is them is they're always on show too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But, yeah, I managed to get a nice bulk load of crickets the other day too.
I heard there was another shortage.
Yeah. So...
Or is this the same shortage that's kind of...
I think it's the same one that's kind of going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I managed to get a big bulk load the other week, so... But,
I've heard of a couple of people have been talking to me about having big die-offs in the bulk that they've been getting.
Yeah.
From different suppliers and that.
I had that previously, before the last shortage. I'd buy, like, a large amount, and that only lasts a couple of days.
Yeah.
So, I don't know whether it's the cold, but, I mean, where they are, it's not cold.
Yeah.
So, I think I need to start a woody colony.
May as well give it a crack, mate.
Yeah. Well, we were chatting with Cam about it the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, he was talking about breeding crickets and stuff like that. And
yeah.
I agree with him. The way that he was kind of putting that out was an awesome idea. You know, if you're buying a bulk bag of, you know, large crickets or something like that, to be able to put in a nest box into the storage tub that you keep it in.
Yeah.
And just kind of get yourself a free batch of crickets out of it. 100%.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. But for me, it's just more hassle than it's worth, just because it does take ages to raise those little babies up.
Yeah.
You know, depending on the size of the animals that you're feeding. If you do have little animals, then at least you can kind of make use of them as you go.
Frogs.
Yeah. All my stuff takes like a medium cricket, essentially. It's a long time to get them to there.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm keen for this season.
The other thing that I've noticed is because I'm feeding predominantly woodies now, I don't have to feed nearly as many woodies as I do crickets. So, like, some
they're
of
a bit larger.
It's not even about the size, I think, because I'm still trying to feed them like similar sort of size woody to cricket sort of ratio. But instead of chucking, like, let's say 10 in with my Aberrans, for example, I might only have to tong feed them 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And they're bigger than what they were on crickets.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah, I might have to start one. I think it just gets a bit hard tongue feeding some of the leaf tails sometimes. I don't want a bar of it.
Yeah,
Strophiurus will bloody try and eat your finger if you put your finger in there. Some of the leafies will too, but some won't. And chameleon geckos, some of them, they just don't want to know you.
No. Like, there's plenty of animals that I won't do that to here. Like, for example, like, I don't tongue feed my fimbria. I don't tongue feed my bearded geckos. I don't really tongue feed. I can tongue feed the she-oak skink, but he's kind of hit and miss sometimes. So
yeah.
But most of the other animals will tongue feed quite readily.
Start a colony in your enclosures.
It happens.
Yeah.
Like, I need to start, I haven't had a problem with it yet, but I will start throwing down roach baits underneath the enclosures and stuff now, just to kind of knock off any strays. Although I do have a pretty healthy spider population in here that I do try to keep in check. So.
Yeah, same. Heaps of day long legs.
Yeah. They get into everywhere, hey. Doesn't matter. Yeah. As soon as you got a stray bug, there's a spider to cope with it.
Yeah, exactly. Which is good.
Oh, it's part of an ecosystem, even if it is just in a spare bedroom or a shed or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm hopefully... I need to tee it up, but I'm hopefully getting some more geckos at the end of this week, actually.
What are you getting?
Galliardus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So for that, I've got an enclosure that's over there that I've had sitting there empty for don't even know how long now.
Yeah.
It's a 60 by 45 by 30 tall Exoterra.
Yeah. Perfect for that.
And, yeah, well, originally I was going to do the Wheelerai in there. And then Mitch kind of had a bit of a bunk season with him, unfortunately. And then I was like, oh, you know what? Like, maybe I'll get a smaller gecko and just give them a bigger space. So reached out to Rick. Rick's like, yeah, I've got you covered. So should hopefully be picking up. I think I'm just going to get a couple of boys or something.
Yeah, okay.
Off him. Or maybe I'll get some females or something down the line. But yeah, something to start, just something different to enjoy.
Yeah, they are nice, those little geckos. I never kept them.
Haven't you?
No, never. I've always liked them, but yeah, I just never really got into them.
That's fair enough. I really
awesome little geckos, though.
I enjoy all those sort of small, weird geckos. Hey, like my little bead geckos, I love them.
Yeah.
They're just interesting.
Awesome.
Very underrepresented. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see them around. Rick's got quite a few, which is good.
Yeah, he's always got a stack of them, actually. So I think the thing that kicked me into gear with that is when I was at the Illawarra Expo.
Yeah.
I saw Kai's the night before because he had some in his little gecko room that he's got there, and I was like, okay, that's a really cool gecko. They were like hunting off rocks, like facing down vertically, but they were kind of like stuck on the side of a rock.
Yeah.
They'd hunt off them, which I thought was quite cool. And yeah, then at the expo, Cindy and Marie and Rick had all their Galliardus and stuff there, which was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're cool little geckos, that's for sure.
I sent you a photo of what Josh sent me up as well?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Got a massive styrofoam box of Spinifex. Oh.
That's awesome.
My hands are killing me today.
Pinpricks everywhere.
Yeah. And you just get like the little grass tips under your skin. It just itches. But yeah, no, I managed to get a whole stack of Spinifex, dried out Spinifex off Josh, which was awesome. I've decked out a whole bunch of enclosures here with it, and I'm saving a bit of it for a beady enclosure that I got as an idea down the line. So
yeah.
But yeah, looks wicked, hey. Like, it just kind of blends a few of these enclosures together a bit more, but
ties them off.
Hopefully the geckos and stuff don't impale themselves. We'll see how they go.
Need some eldereye, mate.
Yeah, that could be pretty tempting.
The beautiful geckos.
Oh, I could do like a little 30 by 30 on the desk here somewhere with just a couple of little eldereye in there and a clump of Spinifex. That'd be wicked.
Yep. Nice basking light down on them. Perfect.
Yep. Oh, now you got the brain juice. Like, where can maybe I'll get rid of my spider that I don't never see.
Yeah. I do like eldereye.
They're still expensive though, aren't they? They're like $600 or something a gecko.
I don't think they're that dear. I think they're down to about $3 last I saw.
That's not bad.
Better than when I first got into them.
Oh, they're such a neat little gecko.
Yeah. Yeah,
tiny
really.
but.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tiny.
I never got eggs, never bred them. That'd be awesome to see babies. They'd be absolutely tiny. I know the eggs are the size of like Tic Tacs.
That's crazy, how.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. They're one of those ones that is as cool as they would be to breed. I wouldn't want to be painstakingly rearing them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find baby aberrants tough enough. I've had so many of those just kind of kick the bucket. You know, you kind of raise them for a few months or something, and then all of a sudden they just drop.
Yeah.
A bit funny like that, but yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've heard the same. Actually, I didn't have too much of a bad run with Strophuris.
Yeah.
I've heard of other people having similar issues, though.
It's like when they come out, they're fine, they're firing, they're doing everything. They're kind of like double, even triple in size. And all of a sudden, one day they're not there.
Yeah.
So, I've got a few of them up to adulthood, but it's, or, you know, sub-adulthood. But it's, just weird little geckos. I don't know if it's just something that I'm missing as far as diet goes or what, but, you know.
Yeah. Could be. Could just be genetics too.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be anything.
Very well could be.
So,
all a bit of fun.
That's exactly right, mate. That's exactly right.
So when's the next batch of enclosures coming?
Not too sure. Probably it's got a couple of little bits and pieces to do, I think, and then we just got to arrange it and knock them out.
Yeah, nice.
So it'll be my wall finished, and then I've just got to do other bits and pieces in there as well. But I'd like to just finish that wall. It's my main goal. So
piece by piece.
That's right. Over the next couple of weeks. So knock these 4 out, and knock another 4 out. So
good,
yeah. Keen.
Have you got anything else to touch on, mate?
No, mate. I was going to say, why don't we wrap it up? I've got a daughter that's sick. I just got a message. She's been coughing. So.
Oh, I can actually hear my son screaming. So that might be a...
cue.
Yeah. Maybe he's filled his pants.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can get a guest on soon.
Yeah.
We've had a few lined up, but there's been a few illnesses and whatnot.
So many people dropping out.
Yeah. That is what it is.
That's all right. We'll keep on tinkering.
That's it.
Even if it's just here in the background and just catching up you and me, mate, until we get people that are ready and raring.
Yeah.
Well, good. Alrighty, guys. Well, we'd like to say a massive thank you to Eric and Owen and the rest of the MPR crew for having us. If you'd like to contact them, it's best to find them at moreliapythonradio.com and email them at info@moreliapythonradio.com. Make sure to follow the MPR network on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. As far as contacting us in our social media platforms, you can email us at australianherpetoculture@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Make sure to check out our Teespring store for podcast merch. The link is on the Facebook page. To see more of what Jason is doing, make sure to follow him on Facebook and Instagram at The Gecko Effect. And for myself, you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and Patreon and Teespring under Peace with Scaly Beasts. We hope to have you back next week for another episode of the Australian Herpetoculture Podcast. Good night, everyone.